Imagine a world where snow never stopped falling,
where entire continents froze overnight,
where mammoths vanished, and humans barely survived.
Now, what if I told you
diabetes once saved us from extinction? Unbelievable? Let's travel back 12,900 years ago, when diabetes saved humanity, the Younger Dryas survival.
Please show your support by liking, sharing, subscribing, and watching the entire video to truly experience the last ice age.
The Earth suddenly plunged into an ice age. Scientists call it the Younger Dryas. Temperatures dropped faster than ever before. Forests froze. Rivers turned to glass. Life slowed to silence. Vast ice sheets swallowed lands that once were green. People everywhere fought to survive the sudden Younger Dryas cold. In only a few decades, the northern hemisphere froze solid. Animals like the woolly mammoth, saber-toothed cat, and giant ground sloth disappeared. The great beasts of the Ice Age faded into silence and snow. Food vanished. Across empty plains, hunters found nothing but wind and ice. Humans faced endless snow, deadly winds, and bitter hunger. But even in the storm's heart, a spark of life endured. Inside a small cave, a family gathered around flickering firelight. Outside, the world froze. Inside, hope burned faintly in their eyes. But some people, against all odds, endured. Eyes of determination reflected the fire. Humanity refused to fade. And that endurance may have come from a strange, hidden advantage in their blood. A genetic key, born in ice and hunger, that helped the body survive when food was gone. That code still lives within us, a legacy of fire and frost. As dawn returned, survivors stepped into a frozen sunrise, carrying the spark of a species. Their footprints in the snow became the path to our future. To be continued, Part 3, The Genetic Mystery.
Part 3, The Thrifty Gene Hypothesis.
Dr. Sharon Moalem, in his book Survival of the Sickest, asked a bold question. What if some diseases are not flaws, but survival tools? His theory, later discussed in Medical Hypotheses, focuses on type 1 diabetes. Today, it's a serious illness, but during the Younger Dryas, it might have been a lifesaver. When a person has type 1 diabetes, their body can't make insulin, so glucose levels rise. In modern times, that's dangerous. But in Ice Age cold, it could have acted like antifreeze. Just like salt melts ice on roads, extra sugar in the blood might have lowered the freezing point of body fluids. What could keep organs and muscles from freezing?
Giving humans a chance to survive the coldest nights.
Imagine, in their veins, nature's own antifreeze was at work.
The gene that once meant survival would one day mean struggle.
As the Ice Age thawed, that advantage became a burden.
But its trace still runs in us, a memory of survival coded in our cells. Every heartbeat, every cell whispers the story of those who survived the freeze.
And so the question remains, how much of who we are was shaped by survival itself?
Part 4. The genetical evolution.
This was evolution's experiment.
Those with higher glucose survived the freeze. Those without froze to death. Even though untreated diabetes shortens life today, back then people rarely lived beyond 25 years. That was long enough to reproduce and pass on the gene. The trait spread across generations. And even after the ice melted, that genetic echo remained. Especially in Northern European, where type 1 diabetes is still more common today. Dr. Moalem believed that this was natural selection at work, turning a dangerous condition into a weapon against the cold. Evolution's experiment left its mark long after the ice was gone. Part 5. Survive first and adapt later. What if the coldest moment in human history still shapes your body today? Our ancestors left stories on stone, warnings, lessons, symbols of endurance. And those stories still echo across time. Evolution is clever and often ironic. What helped our ancestors survive the freeze now challenges their descendants. Type 1 diabetes carries the echo of bodies built for constant alarm. The thrifty gene, a survival code etched into us during famine and frost. In the Ice Age, food was rare. Bodies that stored sugar efficiently survived. But today, that same efficiency brings risk. In a world overflowing with food, the thrifty gene becomes a burden. Obesity and type 2 diabetes arise, fueled by ancient survival code. Both type 1 and type 2 carry echoes of the Ice Age. Our bodies were shaped for famine, frost, and fear. And evolution had a simple rule: survive first, adapt later.
Part 6. The survival code written in our DNA.
As the Younger Dryas ended, the first signs of thaw appeared across the frozen world.
The world began to warm, slowly but powerfully. Rivers carved new paths through the once frozen lands.
Forests began to grow again, breathing life into the earth.
Animals returned to the land they had once fled.
Human clans emerged from their shelters, stepping into a world reborn.
But the memory of the Cold Age remained etched deep within them.
Written in their DNA was the story of survival. And today, diabetes reminds us of that ancient truth of evolution.
What seems like weakness today was once our greatest strength, evolved for survival. For during the coldest time on Earth, high blood sugar became a shield. A silent adaptation that helped our ancestors survive freezing nights. It was not a curse, but a blessing born from necessity. Nature had crafted a hidden weapon within their blood. They didn't just survive the Ice Age. They adapted, evolved, and carried this survival code forward. Generation after generation inherited this ancient gift. And today, it offers us a key to understanding our evolution. In the story of diabetes lies a lesson older than civilization. That every challenge we face today may hold the secret to tomorrow's survival. Diabetes, once a survival code, now a key to understanding evolution.
Diabetes, a silent companion on humanity's survival. Diabetes, a journey from Younger Dryas to the age of AI.